Well, we are here in front of the Oakland Cathedral, and here is this gentleman that I have met several months ago. He's been here every Sunday, and I asked him if he could talk to us for a minute, and he said yes. So, sir.
My name is Tim Steer, and I started coming here a little over 2 years ago in order to stand in solidarity with people in the church I believe are being mistreated, particularly women, gay people, and survivors of sexual abuse by priests and bishops. But my story really begins much earlier. I've been a priest of the Diocese of Oakland since 1979, and I became increasingly disillusioned with the church's refusal and inability to deal with the crisis going on right here in our diocese. So when I finally got to the point after 25 years that I could see that there was no willingness to change, I told the bishop I would not take another assignment until he was willing to publicly dialogue on these issues of abuse, women's issues, gay issues. So after a few years in exile, I called my status exile, I decided to do something public, like in the spirit of Martin Luther King, to show that people are suffering, and I want to be a public, offer a public witness to those people. So that's why I'm here each week.
Did I get your name?
I think I said my name. It's Tim Steer.
Yeah. Well, they say the mind is the first thing to go, and I'm terrible at names, and you tell me, short-term memory is bad for me, okay? But anyway, Padre, because you're a father, okay, for me. Once a priest, always a priest. And an uncle of mine also went outside the church, with permission and all that, but he left the church officially. But his ministry, he continued. And didn't tell anybody. When he died, the whole town showed up, okay? When they find out that he was a priest. And, those are examples. And I have another friend who is a priest also, a Jesuit. And he also is in exile. So that was a surprise for me. What else, I don't know what to ask because this is such a touchy issue. Yeah. What do you think will be, well, you already said what you asked the bishop and all that, but if you were to have any authority, what do you think the next steps would be other than just talking about it?
I think what I'd like to see is a recognition of the need for structural change. The problems like the abuse of children by priests aren't just a few bad apples. It's a bad barrel. The problem is structural because the clerical system, wherein you have these leaders of the church who are supposed to be celibate, they live very secretive life, accountable to no one. I know I was a priest for many years, and no one ever questioned me on anything. It's a setup for sexual dysfunctionality, and the suffering of these people who are abused by priests is most people don't have any comprehension of what they live with every day. An inability to sleep, inability to trust, physical problems, mental problems, depression, suicide, drug and alcohol addiction. So I want to see a system wherein the leadership of the church is balance between male and female, that the call to ministry, to leadership, is based on one's talents, not on one's sexual orientation or gender. And I'd like to see a much more decentralized authority in the church. The Pope is supposed to be a spiritual leader, not a dictator. And he'd be a lot happier if he got out of the Vatican more and related more with people, took off all his fancy robes, and related to people and really listened to them. So another thing I'd like to see, and most people probably would support this, I'd like to see baptism of adults only, where it becomes really a sign of conversion to Jesus in the community. Because when we baptize babies, they don't know what's happening to them. and it's completely dependent on the family to rear them in the faith. But faith is a gift. It's not something you can teach children necessarily, even if you give them religious education.
Yeah.
People need to have an experience of God, of the Spirit, and we substitute the church for the Spirit. You know, the bishops always say, you have to believe what the church teaches, but you rarely hear them say, we need to be open to the Spirit and Jesus, people, Scripture, and community.
Very interesting point, the children. You know, I have similar thoughts about that, okay? I mean, to me, what you're doing, that is in the true spirit of Catholicism. We are supposed to let them know how we feel, and we are supposed to be participants.
Exactly.
No. But when it comes to children, it seems to me that children are forced in a way to be, when we are baptized, we are in a way grow up, and it's several impositions on us, including lifestyle or because the thing about the sex and all that, there are penalties. There are penalties for not following what the church teaches, you know. And so very interesting point. I want to make a comment there that it hit me very close, right? Anyway, you know, there are so many questions I could have a conversation in theology and biblical studies. When it comes to homosexuality, I believe that all the major denominations, most biblical scholars have come to a sort of an agreement, conclusion, that the Sodom and Gomorrah thing, the sin was not homosexuality itself, but it was hospitality, which at that time was a matter of life and death. And if scholars, Catholic scholars, know that. And I know that in the Catholic Church, the priests on up, they are superbly educated. I mean, the education that you got in the seminary, I was about a few months now, pre-seminary, okay? And it's amazing what the issue. But anyway, knowing that leads to the conclusion that the Pope itself and Bishop know about this, the agreement on the interpretation. So when they come down so hard, like the Bishop Cordileone does against homosexuality, he in essence is kind of lying. I mean, taking a position which is not in accordance with what is known today, and is using it to spread, let's say, hate, intolerance. Right. He's going to come to San Francisco, live in San Francisco, and we are preparing a reception for him. I mean, how many people will show up?
On October 4th?
On the investment.
Oh, good. I was thinking of organizing something.
Well, you know, I'll give you my card, and we can hook up, and
I'll invite all the people that I know.
Okay.
Do you know what time the installation is?
Not yet, yeah. Okay, not yet.
It's on a Friday, October 4th, I think.
October 4th, that's what I hear.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be there with my sign.
Okay. May I see your sign?
Yeah.
Okay, see if I can, it can be read. Oh well.
And this is my original sign. This is the more.
Oh, that's the more.
Sign.
Yeah. Are you by any chance a Jesuit?
No.
No.
But I do read.
Because Jesuit, I call them okay, the CIA of the Catholic Church. Yeah. Okay. I love Jesuit priests. Okay, they are so. When they go to seminary and they decide to study to be a Jesuit priest, they say, okay, out of here you're going to come out either one or two things, a great priest or a great communist. Father, a pleasure talking to you, and I'll be seeing you. And
what's your name?
Aurora Grajeda.
Aurora, okay.
Yeah, and you know, we'll be there because I think the church is losing our people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, it's not that time anymore. I think we should have, well, I said that we should go back to the following the Ecumenical Council of the Council.
Yeah.
My Pope, John 23rd. That's my most favorite Pope.
Yeah, mine too.
I just love it. Okay, thank you, Father.
All right, next
well, I'm here in support of the people protesting Archbishop Cordileone. Hi. Don't mind me, okay? I am with her. If you have any problems with me taking video, talk to her. Because she's the one that said, I live in San Francisco, and she called me just to tell me, I'm sending you a gift. I go like, maldita. Ya veo, maldita. Hola. Buenos días.
Better get ready to receive your present.
Well, on the 4th, we're going to be there. And that gentleman there who just be a priest. He's going to be with us also.